The Nigerian exchange wrapped up last week bullish as stock investors raked in 34 billion naira. Consequently, the NGX All-Share Index grew from 52,594.68 points to 52,657.88, with market capitalization growing by 0.12% to 28.681 trillion naira. The upturn for last week was impacted by gains in the banking and NGX growth indices, which appreciated by 1.65% and 4.20% from 438.79 points to 446.03 basis points, and from 1,843.56 to 1,921.01. The financial services industry, measured by volume, led the activity chart with 454.718 million shares valued at 4.813 billion naira, traded in 8,214 deals, contributing 60.09% and 35.26% to the total equity turnover volume and value, respectively. Well, joining us to make sense of this is Ambrose Omodio, the Chief Research Officer, Invest Data Consulting. He's here with me in the studio. Good to have you join us today.
Thanks for having me, Perpetua.
Yeah, good to have you. So talk to us about the market activities last week.
Yeah, actually, I would say that we're seeing already a sideway movement in the market as a result of profit taking and also investor analyzing the recent corporate that are in the market. And don't forget that it's that same week that we saw the 100 basic point in a hike. And investors have to look at it. But the good news for investors that with that same week that they saw that hike, I said here that there was a kind of a divergent or a disconnection between the rate in the fixed income market, especially as the TB is still going down for almost straight for a 5 option, and that is what is supported the market. But if you look at the sentiment of the people in the market, see that we have about 87 buy position and just like 13% sell. It tells you that still there were sellers, buyers, and sellers. It tells you that those that are going in for dividend income are not minding whether there's uncertainty that associated with the election. They're still positioning for what for those good dividend paying stock that has good yield in the market, and those yields are higher than what they are seeing in other instruments, in other windows, and it takes them a shorter period to include that kind of return on their investment. For that, you see, despite that we're coming closer to the election, we saw rate hike. Even Moody went ahead also to downgrade Nigerian economy. Still, investors in the economy are still people. That means it tells you that all these things is about managing the environment where you are. And for those that are foreign investors, seeing Moody downgrade us, they must have to say let them further step out from Nigeria or let them stay far from Nigeria. But we that are in Nigeria, we can't run away from Nigeria because we are in Nigeria. For that, they are still.
Well, from what you just said, now what if we have foreign denominated instruments? Don't you think people would rather go for them with the downgrade of Nigeria's currency and debt?
Fine, but also when you investment, no matter how I say that those are free, risk-free investment, there are elements of risk in them too. Because if you are having which no interest to pay, actually might affect the fortune. What is happening in Ghana today is because of what you're unable to, that for you as an investor too, because you are looking for a higher return, you want to go for foreign denominated bond, all those stuff. If at the end we're unable to service, go, is it not better you put your money where you are? These are risks that come with investment. For that, if you look at where can I make money, that's why I see investors that are designed, that are solving in knowledge, are also looking the world for equity space, because of, I said it here, if you remember, that time and price or rate and time is very, very important when you are investing. And these are the key things to look at. I want to know how long will I stay to make money in any investment. As at they were entering the peak of any season in Nigeria. Today is almost like 2 days or a day to in the next either 45 or 46 hours. We are entering February, and February is the peak of our earning season. And that one earnings that come with what? Corporate action. The one I've seen so far, I just giving you an insight of how it's going to perform for their previous year. But when we are seeing corporate action, that is where you see people move, changing. Because why? They are seeing what is on the table from this company. People are paying 2 naira. You look at the price. Oh, this company, I've made a 16%. I made the, you need to move forward. But now, as I think, people are prepared already. Because nobody says, oh, this company earnings, it can support social payout. It can support social payout. Then people are already, that's why I said, for me, since NSC come with this new rule that, oh, you must, give update of your the last quarter of the year, every 30 days. It's also another way of controlling the market, especially since the foreign market. That's why in the last 4 years, I think that January have been different from other months. Because the back period, I think company earnings, even though it's still on the fence, but still company earnings. I know that this earnings is what price feed on, that's what payment feed on. As you are seeing the earnings, that means, even though I'm not getting capital appreciation, I will get dividend on. You start investing. That's why I said, for those that are investors, you don't need to panic for anything. Take your dividend. For those like us that are trader, you have to trade with caution. Because once you enter February that we're coming closer to the election, just also put caution and also target those dividends. Because as I said, have to portfolio. Your dividend income and you're trading what? You're trading portfolio.
All right, let's see what the chart is saying.
The chart is, your meeting is very easy and simple for us to understand. We saw that the last week, we saw the market was at the peak of what we call double top. But last week, we saw extend that the same. That means market waiting for a trigger. Last week, what was it that people were waiting to see the MPC meeting? At the end of the day, MPC meeting come and gone. But still, people are waiting to see what these earnings. And now earnings are very impressive. You can see that the market is this morning, market is already in green because of what? Earnings that came this morning, market are reacting to those earnings. That's what we look at. That means those earnings are coming now. For example, saw the number that came from me and Baker. That's going almost 10% this morning because they came up. People say, oh, we're moving from almost 800 million to 1.7 billion in profit after tax. That is a trigger. That's just say anytime, any day, whatever you're doing, as you're looking at your fundamental, look at your technical. What technical will tell you the sentiment or the psychology of people in the market. Why your fundamental tell you what the company have done. But that psychology is what affects your price. Because people want buying and selling is what move the price. Just like our normal elementary economics. When there's too much supply, what price go down. When there's too much demand, price go up. No, these are the things. When I say that anybody that trade the market must understand that concept that it's buyer and seller that control the market. It's not just only the price. It's the day that determine the price. That's why when market close, the price they close for that day, that they value both buyer and seller placed on that stock. That's why if you're looking for fundamental, those calculating the value under me, I don't look at it because it's what they agree for that day. That is the value of the stock for that day. If they agree that next day it's going to go up, that's what they appreciate that stock. That's why as an investor, combine these two analyses, you are good to go.
All right, very quickly, I want to talk just away from there. Swoot's market capitalization lost 67 billion naira. That was after depreciating by 0.34%. And I see that to a very large extent, this was probably as a result of MTN. What do you have to say about that?
I didn't come with the name of the company.
Swoots. That's a stocks with over 1 trillion naira capitalization.
Okay.
Yes, Bua Foods, Bua Cement, MTN, Airtel, and Dangote.
Yeah, for me, these are the highly priced stock on the market, and when they sneeze, the market will catch the cold. When MTN, don't have any loss. It was on the downside for that day, but that same day, buyers took charge again. They put that up just about 50 kobo or just 90 kobo they lost for that yesterday on Friday. For me, I believe that yes, slowing down is just an opportunity for people to buy because MTN will be among the stores that release their corporate action this month of February that we're entering by before Wednesday or on Wednesday. That for me, they put back in MTN is a plus, but others that are yet to move in that suit, what you call it.
Yeah, most of them remained flat, except Dangote that probably gained.
Others that are yet to move in that also tell you that this market has the upper route to go because the upper side to go because once you see Airtel going back to 18 naira, 1,800.
Okay, going back.
See that, yes, once you go back, you see that will also hit our 54,000 mark because these are the stores that control them. That is why, as a good investor, these are not enough for you to say this side of the market is going because they influence the offshore index. You go back and look at the sectoral index where you are invested. That will give you a good picture of what is happening in that industry. Because if you are looking at only the index to check the what market is going, it's going to give you kind of how will I put it, a misguided direction. Because if all these big names are going up, market will catch. Market is catching fire. Only few stocks are moving the market. That's why you look at what is happening in the sector where you are, and also what is happening also in that particular company you want to put your money. That's why I say in analysis we will call it top to bottom. Why is that you want to take from the economy to the sector to the company? When you do that analysis, you get a full picture of where you are going. Because if you are looking at only the market alone, you won't get it. That's why you have to come from the economy to the market to the sector and the company. That's why these are hard to analyze. That will give you, for me, let's keep our finger crossed. These are things that will support the market. All
right, very quickly. Still on Moody, downgrading Nigeria's currency and debt.
Okay.
If the National Assembly should agree to the securitization of the ways and means, what impact do you think that will have on the market? I think that would be more about the fixed income.
Yes, but actually, when you have gotten something wrong, the next thing is for you to correct it. Going above what is the schedule for if you are thinking the war of utilizing that process, for me it's a good one.
Okay, you're also in support of the securitization. I mean, we don't have anything.
Yes, let them go.
Let's just get it done.
And the good thing is that even if you look at the downgrade of Mundi on our economy, fine, that is for now. It might slow down foreign investors looking our way. But we also to take advantage of what is happening about our own private sector here. That's why the policy that is going on, even there's extension of about 10 days, for the exchange of the old note with the new note. If you look at what has happened since this announcement was made till now, despite yes, we saw a kind of a little decline in our reserve but I see that our exchange rate has a bit stabilized. because people want to look at where it's going. And also, what to add that about almost 3 trillion was outside the bank cover vote. If for now, we say they have, between this period, they are getting about 1.9 trillion back to the system. What does it tell you? Policy from inflation or money policy will not start making impact on Nigeria. And also all those excess that they change will be controlled so that we'll have a well-managed crisis. When I'm talking of economic reset, I tell you that this 2023, that economic reset, both financial, market reset, economic and political reset, give us a new start. But Nigeria should endure. There will be something that you have to pay something for something. People are complaining. For me, the shout we're hearing and there is for those that know where they get their money and where they keep their money. For Nigerians like me, and I don't even know they are in the village, they know they can go and exchange, even though they queue. It was just for you to sacrifice for things to turn good. But those that know what they've done is the one crying that should give us the January, next year, 2 years. I just laugh. If you really have interest of your people, that before now you are crying because of there's no bank. It's not that you remember that your people you are representing the National Assembly, or that they don't have bank. For me, I think that what CBN and the president are doing, they put Nigeria economy in the right direction. For me, I say kudos to them, but everybody has to sacrifice, no matter where you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's our hope that this extension is not taken further.
No. If you take that, the purpose of everything will be
defeated. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ambrose Amodio, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
We'll take a break now. We'll be right back. Stay with us.